Hey guys, I'm Rebecca from Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks
for the top 10.
For the top 10. For the top 10.
For the top 10.
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Watch Mojo top 10s of 2020. The game show where you can get every answer right and still lose.
Lady, I'll show you no mercy.
So what do you guys think? Would you make out with Bono?
For this list, we'll be revisiting an old Watch Mojo tradition and ranking our most memorable lists of the past year. Of course, a list can be memorable for any variety of reasons, meaning we'll be touching upon major milestones, our biggest blunders, and anything else that got people typing away in the comments, for better or worse. What's your favorite or least favorite Watch Mojo video of 2020? Be sure to let us know in the comments. All right, let's check it out. Number 10, the list that got shared the most. Top 10 craziest things that have happened since Tiger King was released. This past spring, we all tried to escape the craziness of 2020 by watching something even crazier. So chances are, if you weren't binging this highly addictive Netflix true crime documentary series, you were watching YouTube videos about it. Naturally, we got in on the action with several Tiger King lists.
You can't funnel and embezzle money. I came here to bail your ass out.
This list in particular was shared over 8,000 times, more than any other Watch Mojo video in 2020. Everybody wanted to know how the series impacted its central figures in the rest of the world. We actually may need to do a follow-up because the craziness is still unfolding months later. Why are we not surprised that Joe Exotic is reportedly being considered for a presidential pardon? How much you want to bet that Trump Exotic will be on the ticket in 2024?
I'm Joe Exotic, and don't forget, I am now stepping my foot in the ring to run for president.
Number 9, the list where we got our lilies crossed. Watch Mojo's top 10 picks for Netflix and chills.
For this list, we're looking at the new content coming to Netflix in the lead up to Halloween 2020 that's being promoted under the banner of Netflix and chills.
Although Watch Mojo prides itself on thoroughly researching and fact-checking our scripts, we are human and occasionally an error or two will slip by.
Well, that can't be true.
One example was the most shocking DC fandom reveals, where we referred to Adam Smasher as Adam Slasher. Oh, and for all the Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning players out there, we'd like to clarify that it's The Legend of Dead Kel, not Dad Kel as we called it. Of course, we'd love to see that expansion.
The Legend of Dad Kel came with a whole new region with a plethora of quests to take on.
Anyway, for our Netflix and chill picks, viewers were quick to point out that Rebecca stars Lily James, whom we accidentally identified as Lily Collins.
But with Armie Hammer and Lily Collins playing Mr. and Mrs. De Winter,
to our credit, both Lilies are talented, fashionable actresses in their early 30s. One was Cinderella and the other was Snow White.
That is a mistake.
Plus, Emily in Paris dropped the same month as Rebecca, meaning we watched these back to back. Still, a mistake is a mistake. So thanks for letting us know when we drop the ball. We'll never learn otherwise. Number 8, the list of channels that showed we'll never run out of ideas. Sound Mojo, Game Show Mojo, Get Mojo, etc.
Knock me down, you knock me down, I get up again. Never gonna keep me down. Stop humping. Stop stumping.
Sorry, is that your final answer? We'll have to find out at the end of the round.
Stop stumping. Stop stumping?
Ms. Mojo, Mojo Plays, Watch Mojo UK, Mojo Travels, and Junior Mojo were only the tip of the iceberg. The Watch Mojo family expanded in 2020 with 3 new channels, and we're going to shamelessly plug all of them right now. Sound Mojo shined a spotlight on rising musical talent, accumulating almost 16,000 subscribers since launching.
Hello, it's Sayonara, devil colonizers.
On Game Show Mojo, you can watch the award-winning sports-themed game show The Lineup.
Welcome to The Lineup, the game show for the people who failed every class but gym. I'm your host, Adam Reed. Let's see what guests we have lined up.
We also tested our knowledge of movies, music, and Watch Mojo content with What the List. Through Get Mojo, we tracked down the best items and deals online so you all don't have to.
Based on past sales trends and current customer demands, these are the categories of items in which we expect to see the best deals.
Who knows what other channels we'll experiment with in 2021? Cooking Mojo, Birdwatching Mojo, Extreme Mojo Home Edition. You may think we're joking, but these are all in the realm of possibility. Number 7, the list that gave back. Top 10 Chadwick Boseman movie moments we love. While it's easy to dwell on how devastating 2020 was, it's also inspired many to lend a helping hand. We aimed to do our part through Mojo Gives. With our video, Why is Australia on Fire?, all the proceeds went to the Red Cross.
Consider this yet another major argument in favor of bringing about swift and substantial changes on a global scale.
We donated the proceeds from top 10 Kobe Bryant moments to the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation. Like Kobe, we weren't prepared to say goodbye to Chadwick Boseman, who had been privately battling colon cancer. For his tribute video, proceeds went to Colorectal Cancer Canada. As a side note, Boseman is phenomenal in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which came out after that video was published.
That's to get the people's attention.
Be sure to let us know which causes matter to you in the comments and on this Suggest page. Number 6. The list that showed nostalgia can be a slimy thing. Top 10 cartoon character snacks that take us back. For this list, we'll be looking at foods inspired by animated properties that leave us feeling nostalgic. We're just gonna address the ogre in the room here. On this throwback list, we fondly reminisced about Shrek Twinkies. However, it was noted in the comments that the green-filled pastries also topped our disgusting junk food fails list. Consistency? What's that? We replied that we have, quote, mixed feelings. We'd be lying if we called these snack cakes, or anything with slime-colored filling, world-class cuisine. To the kid in us, though, our nostalgic taste buds will always have a soft spot for them. Hey, who says comfort food can't also be kinda gross? It'd seem that kids weren't really thrown by that ogre green creamy filling after all. Number 5. The list that everyone had thoughts on. Top 20 anime of the century so far.
We'll be looking at the greatest anime series to be released at the turn of the new millennium that have managed to leave a lasting impact to the point where we're still raving about them decades later.
When you come out with a list of the century's best anime so far, every otaku online is gonna give their 2 cents. In our case, it was the most commented on video of the year with well over 5,000.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?!
Attack on Titan, which ranked number 6, seemed to generate the most attention in the top comments. BB05 wrote, quote, when Attack on Titan Season 4 comes out, it'll be an easy top 3. Maybe, but who knows what other anime will come out between now and the year 3000. In any case, we can all identify with Asif Kamal's comment, quote, when you finish an anime and lose your purpose of life. Don't you mean lose your purpose of life? See, we all make mistakes. Number 4. The list that made our weekend. The Weeknd Snow Child music video breakdown. For this list, we'll be taking a closer look at this compelling music video, discussing the various layers of meaning, and highlighting the many references and throwbacks that make it such a gift to fans. Not to brag, but Tom Holland isn't the only celebrity who's heard of WatchMojo.
I love WatchMojo.
No. This year, Phoebe got to interview Vin Diesel in the cast of Bloodshot. I chatted with Dylan O'Brien. Luke Bryan reacted to his funniest moments. And Howie Mandel even popped up.
It's kind of informative and funny, and this is my guilty pleasure. That's why as soon as they called me and asked me to be on it, I was thrilled.
On Twitter, @GiggleZenMaster suggested we do a breakdown of the Weeknd Snow Child music video. To our surprise and delight, The Weeknd himself supported this idea, tweeting, quote, that would be pretty cool. Well, when The Weeknd says jump, WatchMojo says how high. We're used to getting requests, but rarely is it directly from the subject of the video. What's next? Jimmy Kimmel bringing up WatchMojo on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
On a list titled Top 10 Movies That Make You Want to Stay Out of the Water, the website WatchMojo.com names what Spielberg film as number 1?
Spoiler alert, the answer was Jaws. Number 3, the list that packed the most punches and views. Top 10 best moments from Ip Man 4. For this list, we're looking at scenes in Ip Man 4 that stuck out for their rousing fight choreography or emotional resonance. If there's one thing we've noticed since WatchMojo launched in 2006, it's that action-oriented videos tend to rake in the views. And few films in recent memory had fight choreography that can rival Ip Man 4 the finale. Thus, it shouldn't come as a shock that this was our most watched video of the year, receiving over 3.6 million views and counting since April. We can't blame people for wanting to revisit the film's most badass moments, as well as its emotional scenes. The video proved so popular, we expanded upon our original rank with a top 20 list later in August.
Lady, I'll show you no mercy.
Number 2, the list where we prematurely declared the console wars winner. PlayStation 5 versus Xbox Series X.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and in this installment of Versus, we're going to pit Sony's PlayStation 5 against Microsoft's Xbox Series X based on what we know so far to see which console has the upper hand.
PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X? It's the question that's largely defined the latest console war. We gave our answer in March 2020, 8 months before either console was released.
For that reason alone, we're giving this round to the PlayStation 5. Winner, PlayStation 5.
While we made it clear that we were basing our picks on what we knew so far, there was still much to be learned. At the time, the PS5's design hadn't even been revealed, and yet we still gave it the winning point. In the comments, we were accused of jumping the gun and showing favoritism towards Sony without having all the information. That's probably why this was our most disliked video of 2020. Now that both consoles have come out though, do you agree with our original verdict?
Of course, there are still many unanswered questions, so whether the PS5 can keep up this hype until launch remains to be seen.
We've seen a lot of milestones so far on this list, but what do you think we have ranked above them all? Let's check out some honorable mentions, and then we will name our top Watch Mojo Top 10 of 2020.
The list that was eerily relevant. Top 10 successful coups in history.
For this list, we're looking at the most well-known and impactful takeovers by small state political and military groups. Our rank is based on how large these coups d'etat loom in history. The list that proved we always upload horror lists at night. Top 10 underrated found footage horror movies.
For this list, we'll be looking at found footage horror films that flew under the radar and that deserve a viewing, and ranking them by quality rather than level of obscurity.
The list that was infamously missing the Dada scene from Shrek the Third. Top 20 scariest movie dream sequences ever. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 scariest dream sequences in movies.
Donkey, wake up!
Dada! The list where you took a shot every time we said allegedly. Top 20 creepiest cursed objects ever. We'll be looking at allegedly cursed objects.
Allegedly, Busby murdered his father-in-law for allegedly sitting in his aforementioned favorite chair.
The list where you came for the gore, but stayed for the lore. Saw Timeline Explained.
For this video, we're piecing together the full story from the Saw franchise in chronological order.
So grab a notepad, some snacks, and maybe a barf bag, because this is gonna be one convoluted and messy cinematic ride. The list that proved we've consumed more content than usual since entering quarantine. Top 20 greatest origin stories of all time. For this list, we're looking at the most compelling origin stories across all media, including film, television, comics, video games, and anime.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The list that got overly meta. Top 10 Watch Mojo Top 10s of 2020. We're still in the middle of making this top 10, but we think it's safe to say that it's not only Watch Mojo's best video to date, but the greatest in the history of Okay, who wrote this?
A dream within a dream. 2 levels.
Number 1. The list that showed a picture is worth 1,000 words. And likes. Top 20 normal-looking pictures with disturbing backstories. In the thumbnail for this video, Christopher McCandless can be seen smiling and waving with a message. While it seems innocent enough, McCandless was actually holding a goodbye message shortly before dying. It's a picture that's as tragic as it is fascinating, which can be said about pretty much all the entries on this list. Despite, or perhaps because of its unsettling nature, this video was our most liked of 2020, with over 70,000 upvotes. What's more, it had the most substantial watch time, at more than 630,000 hours. To give you an idea, there are only 8,760 hours in a calendar year. So collectively speaking, you all spent almost an entire lifetime watching this one video. Isn't that disturbing? Awesome, but disturbing. Well, you are always asking us to do top 10 Watch Mojo Top 10, so here it is. Next up is top 10 days of the week and top 10 days of Christmas. Anyway, be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments, or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel. See you for next year's list.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.